Opening of the new visitor centre today after how many years, Martin?
It's been about a decade since we shut it down, so yeah, exciting news today that we're opening this one.
Okay, so tell us what's new and what we can expect on visitors can expect if they arrive.
Okay, well, it's a brand new visitor centre. We've got an exhibition centre with lots of interactive items for children and adults to come and play with, learn a little bit about electricity in general, how it's produced, nuclear specifically. And from there, if people are pre-booked, need a couple of weeks' notice, then they can go for a look around the power stations and see it for themselves.
It's good that we're opening a visitor centre that's not... We've had a facility before and I've actually seen it that's quite outdated, but it was still very interesting nonetheless. And the new visitor centre that's been opened now is going to open the doors to the public to show exactly how nuclear power works and how it feeds into the national grid and how it plugs the deficit in energy that I believe we will shortly be facing.
Brilliant. So in terms of the local economy, how do you see this contributing?
Oh, it will contribute immensely. We've got the third nuclear power footprint here in this constituency, which I personally had a lot to do with Christian when he was Energy Secretary, arguing with him constantly over the benefits of nuclear power, as there was no public subsidies in it coming from the coalition government. I argued quite successfully that we needed to plug the deficit, and Heysham was the place that we should be building the third nuclear power station. This will promote that cause. You're talking up to 1,700 new jobs in the area with the building of the new power station, and EDF and the nuclear power industry is a major player in this constituency.
Okay, I'm here with Jake Hope and Beth Thomas. Beth, tell us what prompted you to get into this industry.
Well, when I was very small, I came round and had a look at the visitor centre when that was originally open, and was just really in awe of the power stations. And I only live in the local area, so you can see them across the bay, and I've just been inspired by them and stuff.
Okay, so tell us what you do here.
I'm in chemistry on Heysham 2 power station. So in chemistry we basically look after the chemical control of the reactor and the turbine systems, which means we just keep the chemicals in specific boundaries to check that we're running safely and efficiently.
Okay, brilliant. Jake, you do something different. You're a CI technician. Tell us what CI technicians do.
Transfer control and instrumentation, which is basically looking at 4 main areas. We look at our pressure level, temperature and flow, so maintaining the pressure systems within the power station, getting the right amount of flow of substance, like going through the pipe work and where it needs to be. Okay,
so anybody who might be interested who's probably leaving high school now, what would you give them in terms of advice?
I was at the point after my A-levels where I didn't know what I was going to do really, so I applied for university and I applied for this at the same time, and obviously when I got the job for this, I thought this would be a better opportunity to come in terms of earning while I learn, not getting off the debt, and actually having much more of a great career prospect than coming out of university after 4 years, maybe struggling to find a job.
So the support and the training from EDF, how would you describe that?
It's fantastic. I've only been here a year, but I've learned so much, and you get to see so many parts of the business. You get involved with so many different events and organisations, and it's just a great company to work for because they really help you along and you grow as a person with them.
Well, this is the 6th visitor centre that we built so far. We've got one more to go that will be over in Hartlepool that will finish in the autumn. The idea of these visitor centres is a facility for the local community and for schools to come in and learn a bit about what we do here. We're determined to be more open and transparent as a company, and this is a very easy way to do it. A school party can come in, they can walk around, they can do some hands-on experiments with electricity, so they wire up staircases, make electric motors, things like that. Or they can come around and they can just learn a bit about how power is produced. Not just nuclear power, we talk about all kinds of power here, but then we do concentrate on what we do, which is produce electricity through nuclear generation. And we talk about why that's a bit different, how we keep things safe, and how we protect the environment.
Okay, so you mentioned the potential for community groups to maybe use the facilities. How might that work?
Well, we've got a classroom at the back that seats about 50 people with chairs and tables, or you can have it bigger in lecture style. We'll probably get about 60 people in. So if a group wants to come in and book themselves on a tour, you could come and have a tour of the centre, or just of the station, or just the visitor centre, and then use the facility at the back for anything really you wanted it to. It will be fitted with projectors and screens, and so we can run pretty much anything. And the idea is that we create a flexible space that we can use for education, for us and for the community.
Because we are obviously very eager to demonstrate with the future generation that nuclear has a role to play for a low carbon, secure and affordable electricity in this country. At the heart of it, as I have said, there is trust. And in a sense, what is better, Reverend David, to the trust in any human adventure? Trust between people working in a plant, trust between the company and the local communities, trust between customers in this country and a company like ours, trust between the decision maker in Westminster and in Whitehall, and ourselves. Visitor centers are all about trust. I'm happy to celebrate this opening ceremony because it is a celebration of trust. Thank you very much.